Hey everybody, my name is Kip and you're watching America Bumper to Bumper. Today we're going to do a 2-ish month checkup on the Lincoln, so let's get this thing started. And listen to that thing purr. So just
Vroom vroom.
So what we have here again, for those you may not seen any of the older videos, is my 1984 Lincoln Continental that I've named Zelda. And you might ask, okay, well, why'd you name it Zelda? Because it's a Link. Get it? Link, you know? No, okay, sorry. So what's it been like for the 2.5-ish months that we've owned this car? Pretty uneventful. Bought the car, it had just under 96,000 miles on it, and now you can see we've got 98 and change, 98 and a half. So we've been 2,500 miles on it, and in that 2,000 miles we've driven the car to Virginia to see family and back, and the only issue that we had the whole time was the fact that we just realized the car has to have at least mid-grade. It does not run well with regular unleaded. She runs just fine with mid-grade. Thought I was going to have issues, as you can, if you've been following the channel, with the airbags, but I've realized that there's nothing wrong. I've had a car that had an airbag, system blowout on it, and this definitely has no issues. Does it get good gas mileage? No. But for a 5-liter V8 Fox body car, not bad. I get, 22 highway and probably more like 17, 16 around town. But the great thing about this car, and I tell it to everybody that I want to go to car shows or Cars and Coffee, whatever it might be, this is a 1984. This is a 32-year-old car, 34-year-old car, and almost everything works. As you saw, digital dash, it works. Trip computer, I've watched other videos. None of this stuff works, or maybe just a few of them work. They work. This right here, it's an electronic eye. It is for the headlights. The headlights are automatic. They'll automatically come on when it's dark enough. They automatically go high beam, low beam. This car for 1984 was a technological powerhouse. And the great thing about the car is, I don't say great, but if you bought this car back in 1984, this was the most expensive Lincoln that you could buy. More than a town car, more than any other, Mark 7. This was the most expensive because of the technology. As I said a few minutes ago, it's got airbag suspension system. I don't know if the previous owner of the car replaced any of the airbags or lines or whatever, but again, it all works. That's the thing I love it. As you can see from this door panel, it does need a few things. This window doesn't go down at all. This back one here has got some issues too, so regulator here, maybe a new motor back there, but for a 34-year-old car, that's nothing. That is just it. And feel, this thing's riding on a cushion. This is the Ford 302 5-liter, whatever you want to call it. Same basic architecture that they've had in their small V8s since the 60s. This, unfortunately, because of the smog related issues in the 70s. It's got a lot of stuff that it really doesn't need, and because of that, sucks a lot of horsepower. This thing, I'm gonna correct it in here if I'm wrong. It's only got like about 150 horsepower stock. After 32 years, we're probably looking at 135, 140. But this is 5-liter V8 throttle body injection, so it was a step above. A couple of years earlier, all they had was a carbureted, which some people really love, and that's what we've got in here. So this has the automatic door locks that you've seen in every Ford, since the 80s. Again, 34-year-old car, this stuff still works. I'm not going to put in the code so then anybody wants to come along can steal my car, but well, we'll do this instead. Oh, you heard it, didn't you? You heard it pop. So that's another really cool, feature. This happens to be the Giavinci edition of the car, which makes this a designer series car. What did the designer series do? It basically gave you that. Maybe it had some upgrades in the interior, but nothing really major. Other styling features of this car is the bustle back that is a lot like the Cadillac Seville. This one is actually Ford kind of stole it from GM. The Seville had been out for a couple years before they made it, started making this one. Is there anything underneath the hump? Is there an extra tire? No. But it does have a nice spacious trunk, which I'm not going to show you because it's full of junk right now. Another nice feature I'll show you: the windshield wiper. The antenna comes up when you turn the radio on. And down when you turn it off. So, now, things that I still want to do to the car. Gonna fix the windows because it's starting to get hot and the AC doesn't work. The ultimate thing, and this is going to be over a long period of time and lots of money, I want to make this thing into a sleeper. Yes, you heard, a sleeper. Because who's going to look at something like this and go, it's going to beat me? No. So, upgrade wheels and tires, upgrade the brakes, new exhaust, new suspension, and we'll go from there. Rebuild the engine? Yeah, probably. Put something different in there? Probably more likely. But again, that's all going to be down the road. So what's it felt like been owning this car for the past 2.5 months? Fantastic. I bought this car with the intentions of it just being a weekend warrior, but it's turned into a daily driver. The car is very comfortable. It is very easy to drive around. It catches eyes, which I love, and at car shows, Cars and Coffee, all that stuff, I get a lot of people going, what the hell is that? And that's what I like. That's what I wanted with this car, and that's what I'm glad to have. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video on the 2,500 mile update and 2.5 month update on owning this car. If you're not a subscriber yet, please hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so that you know when new videos are uploaded. Also, be sure to like, share this video with all your friends, family, neighbors, random people. Just get it out there. If you are at all interested in becoming a contributor to the channel, please email me. That information is going to be in the description. And make sure you're keeping track of all of our social media, because there's going to be content that you see on Facebook and Instagram that you will not see here. So if you want to keep track of everything we're doing, make sure you become followers on those as well. Have a day. Hopefully it's a good one. Alright, so when I made this video a couple weeks ago, everything was going great with the Lincoln. Everything was working as it should. And then all of a sudden we started having some issues with the starter making a bunch of noise, and it finally went. So we're not driving that around right now, mostly because we can't get it started. Tried today to get the starter out in my driveway, but I don't quite have a lot of the right equipment to really do that the way that it needs to be done. So it looks like I'm gonna have to send this off to get a new starter, which is not what I wanted to be doing with this car. I wanted to try to do as much stuff myself, but c'est la vie. So there's the explanation, and again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.